There are moments in life when the noise around you becomes so loud that you forget what peace feels like. Days when your mind keeps running, your heart feels heavy, and your soul becomes tired from carrying things no one else can see. And maybe this is one of those moments for you right now. So pause for a moment, breathe slowly, let everything around you become quiet for just a little while, because this message is not reaching you by accident. You may think you randomly came across these words, but deep inside, something led you here. Something in your spirit was searching for comfort, for direction, for reassurance that you are not alone in this battle. And today, heaven wants you to hear this clearly. You are not forgotten, not for 1 second. I know the tears you never explained to anyone. I know the nights when you stayed awake, pretending to be okay, while your heart silently cried for relief. I know the exhaustion that sits inside your chest when you wake up in the morning and wonder how you will make it through another day carrying all this weight. But listen carefully now. The heaviness you feel is not proof that you are failing. It is proof that your soul has been fighting for too long without rest. You have been strong for everyone else. You kept showing up even when you were empty. You smiled while hiding pain. You encouraged others while secretly feeling discouraged yourself. And after a while, that kind of silent suffering begins to wear down the deepest parts of a person. But today, something begins to change. Because God is not only watching your struggle, He is stepping into it. Right now, in this very moment, heaven is speaking peace over your life. Not the temporary peace that depends on circumstances, but a deeper peace, the kind that settles inside your spirit before anything around you changes. You've spent too much time living in survival mode, always preparing for disappointment, always expecting the worst, always bracing yourself for another heartbreak. And slowly, without realizing it, you started believing that peace was something other people experienced. Not you, but that is not the truth. You were not created only to survive. You were created to live, to breathe freely again, to sleep without fear, to wake up without dread, to experience joy without waiting for it to disappear. And even now, while you are listening to this message, God is gently pulling layers of fear, exhaustion, and hopelessness off your shoulders. Because some of the weight you carry was never meant to belong to you. You took responsibility for everyone's emotions. You carried guilt that was not yours. You tried to fix problems you never created. You stayed silent to keep peace. You ignored your own pain so others could stay comfortable. And over time, your soul became tired. Not weak, not broken, just tired. But hear this carefully. God does not shame tired people. He restores them. He sees every silent battle you fought alone. Every moment you wanted to give up, but somehow kept going. Every prayer whispered through tears. Every deep breath taken when you had no words left to say. None of it was invisible. He saw it all, even when you thought no one noticed. There was a night when you cried quietly because you did not want anyone to hear you. A night when your thoughts became so heavy that you wondered if things would ever truly get better. But heaven heard every silent word your heart could not speak. And instead of turning away from your pain, God moved closer to you. Because His love does not disappear when you are struggling. It becomes even more present. You may not realize it yet, but there were moments God protected you without your knowledge. Closed doors that frustrated you were actually saving you. Delays that upset you were preparing you. Certain people leaving your life was not punishment. It was protection. Not every loss was meant to destroy you. Some losses were meant to free you. And now, God is teaching you something important. You do not need to force what is not meant for you. You do not need to chase people who only value you when you are exhausted. You do not need to prove your worth to those who cannot recognize it. You do not need to keep shrinking yourself just to be accepted. Your value is not something people decide. Your value was given by God long before anyone formed an opinion about you. And from this moment forward, something inside you begins to awaken. A new clarity, a new strength, a new understanding of who you are. You are entering a season where peace matters more than approval. A season where your spirit will no longer tolerate what drains you. You will begin noticing things differently. Conversations that once entertained you will suddenly feel empty. Places that once felt normal will start feeling heavy. Certain relationships will no longer bring comfort. Do not ignore those feelings. Your spirit is growing, and growth often feels uncomfortable before it becomes beautiful. God is teaching you discernment, teaching you how to recognize what brings life and what steals it, because not everything that demands your attention deserves your energy. Some battles are won by walking away. Some victories come through silence. Some forms of healing begin the moment you finally stop forcing things that God has been asking you to release. And yes, letting go can hurt, but carrying what is destroying your peace hurts even more. So today, take a deep breath and hear this. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to set boundaries. You are allowed to say no without guilt. You are allowed to protect your peace. You are allowed to heal without explaining yourself to everyone. That does not make you selfish. It makes you wise, because real love does not demand your destruction. Real love honors your soul. And God wants to restore the parts of you that became lost while trying to keep everyone else happy. He wants to restore your joy, not fake happiness, not temporary excitement, but deep joy, the kind that quietly fills your heart when fear no longer controls your thoughts. The kind of peace that allows you to sit in silence without anxiety chasing you. The kind of healing that teaches you how to enjoy life again without expecting disaster to follow every good moment. For too long, you believed calmness could not be trusted. You became so used to chaos that peace started feeling unfamiliar. But not every good thing ends badly. Not every blessing disappears. Not every season of peace is temporary. Some blessings are meant to stay. And God is teaching your heart how to receive them without fear.